Extinction. The state or process of ceasing to exist, especially for a species. The extinction of dinosaurs occurred millions of years ago. Conservation efforts aim to prevent the extinction of endangered species. The rapid deforestation is threatening the extinction of many plant and animal species.
Reasoning. The process of thinking about something in a logical way in order to form a conclusion or judgment. Through reasoning, scientists develop hypotheses and theories to explain natural phenomena. Critical thinking involves the use of reasoning to evaluate arguments and evidence. Collaboration. The action of working with someone to produce or create something. In the field of scientific research, collaboration between different laboratories often leads to breakthrough discoveries. The success of the film was a result of the collaboration between the director, screenwriter, and actors.
Contradiction. A combination of statements, ideas, or features that are opposed to one another or inconsistent with each other. The politician's actions were in contradiction to his earlier promises during the election campaign. The witness's testimony presented a contradiction to the evidence presented by the prosecution.
Consensus, general agreement, or harmony among a group or community, usually achieved through discussion and compromise. After much debate, the committee reached a consensus on the proposed budget allocations. The consensus among scientists is that climate change poses a significant threat to the planet.
Endorsement, the act of giving approval or support to someone or something, typically publicly. The celebrity's endorsement of the new skincare product led to a significant increase in sales. The politician sought the endorsement of various interest groups to boost their campaign.
Elimination, the act of removing or getting rid of something, often to reduce or eradicate its presence. The elimination of single-use plastics has become a priority for environmental activists. In sports tournaments, teams compete in elimination rounds until only one champion remains.
Longevity. Long life or existence, the duration of a person's life or the existence of something. The longevity of the giant tortoise is remarkable, with some individuals living over 100 years. The longevity of a relationship depends on factors such as mutual respect, communication, and trust.
Essence, the intrinsic nature or indispensable quality of something, especially something abstract, which determines its character. Love is often considered the essence of human existence, driving our connections and relationships in cooking. Herbs and spices are used to enhance the essence of a dish, adding depth and flavor.
Manipulation. The skillful or deceptive control or influence of a person or situation to achieve one's own purposes. The cult leader used manipulation tactics to control his followers and exploit them for personal gain. Political leaders sometimes resort to manipulation of information to sway public opinion in their favor.
Harmony, the state of peaceful coexistence or agreement among people or things. In a healthy relationship, there is harmony between partners, characterized by mutual respect and understanding. The orchestra played in perfect harmony, each instrument blending seamlessly with the others.
Mechanism, a system or process designed to perform a particular function or produce a particular result. The human body has various mechanisms for regulating temperature, such as sweating when it's hot. The immune system has intricate mechanisms for defending the body against pathogens and infections.
Propaganda. Information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote or publicize a particular political cause or point of view. During wartime, governments often use propaganda to boost morale among their citizens and demonize the enemy. Social media platforms have become battlegrounds for the spread of propaganda and misinformation. Stereotype. A widely held but oversimplified and often negative image or idea of a particular type of person or thing. The stereotype that all teenagers are lazy and rebellious ignores the diversity of youth experiences. Gender stereotypes perpetuate harmful assumptions about the abilities and roles of men and women.
Obligation. A duty or commitment to do something, typically arising from a sense of duty or moral responsibility. Parents have an obligation to provide for the basic needs and upbringing of their children. Citizens have an obligation to obey the laws of their country and contribute to the welfare of society.
Concession. The act of yielding or granting something, often in response to a demand or as part of a negotiation. The government made a concession by reducing taxes on small businesses to stimulate economic growth. During the labor negotiations, the company made concessions on working hours and benefits to avoid a strike.
Bias, prejudice in favor of or against one thing, person, or group compared with another, usually in a way considered to be unfair. The news article showed a clear bias towards one political party, omitting information that didn't support its agenda. Scientific research should be conducted without bias to ensure the validity and reliability of the results.
Reputation, the beliefs or opinions that are generally held about someone or something. The state of being admired or respected. The company has built a reputation for providing high-quality products and excellent customer service. The restaurant's reputation suffered after several customers complained about food poisoning.
Conservation, the careful management and protection of natural resources, habitats, and wildlife to prevent depletion or degradation. National parks play a crucial role in the conservation of biodiversity by preserving ecosystems and wildlife. Marine conservation initiatives focus on protecting coral reefs, marine habitats, and endangered species.
Intrusion. The act of entering a place or situation where one is unwelcome or not permitted, often causing disruption or disturbance. The security system detected an intrusion into the building after hours. Privacy concerns arise when government agencies conduct unauthorized intrusions into individuals' personal data.
Persuasion. The act of influencing someone's beliefs, attitudes, or behaviors through reasoning, argumentation, or manipulation. Through persuasion, environmental activists mobilize public support for conservation efforts. Parents often use persuasion to encourage their children to make healthy lifestyle choices.
Plagiarism, the act of using someone else's work, ideas, or intellectual property without proper attribution or permission, typically presenting it as one's own. Submitting a friend's essay as one's own in a school assignment is a form of plagiarism. Copying and pasting passages from a website into a research paper without citing the source is considered plagiarism.
Scrutiny. Close examination or inspection, often involving careful observation or analysis. The company's financial records came under scrutiny following allegations of accounting irregularities. Politicians face intense scrutiny from the media during election campaigns.
Optimism. A tendency to expect favorable outcomes or to emphasize the positive aspects of a situation, even in difficult circumstances. Despite facing setbacks, she maintained her optimism and believed that things would improve. Optimism can help individuals overcome adversity and persevere in the face of challenges.
Redundancy, the state of being unnecessary or superfluous, often resulting from repetition or duplication. The phrase free gift contains redundancy since a gift is inherently free. The redundancy of having to back up generators ensured an interrupted power supply during the blackout.
Auction. A public sale in which goods or property are sold to the highest bidder. Online auction platforms like eBay allow users to bid on a wide range of items. The antique car attracted many bidders at the auction, driving up the final sale price.
Coincidence, the occurrence of events or circumstances that happen at the same time by accident but seem to have some connection. Running into my old friend at the airport was a strange coincidence because we hadn't seen each other in years. The fact that we both chose the same restaurant for lunch was just a coincidence.
Bankruptcy. A legal process in which individuals or businesses declare that they are unable to repay their debts, and their assets are distributed among creditors under court supervision. The company filed for bankruptcy after years of financial struggle and mounting debt. A well-known retailer announced bankruptcy as a result of declining sales and increased competition from online retailers.
Surveillance, the monitoring, observation, or supervision of people, places, or activities, often for the purpose of gathering information, ensuring security, or maintaining control. Closed-circuit television, CCTV, cameras are commonly used for surveillance in public spaces such as airports and train stations. Employers may use surveillance software to monitor employees' computer usage and productivity.
Exaggeration. The act of representing something as larger, better, worse, or more important than it actually is. The comedian's stories are always entertaining, filled with colorful exaggerations to make the audience laugh. Media outlets often use exaggeration to sensationalize news stories and attract viewership or readership.
Obsession. An excessive preoccupation or fixation on a particular person, thing, or idea. His obsession with cleanliness led him to spend hours scrubbing every corner of his apartment. The stalker's obsession with the celebrity became increasingly disturbing, leading to a restraining order.
Possession. The state of owning or having something, the belongings or property owned by a person. The house became his possession after he purchased it last year. In some cultures, material possessions are seen as a measure of success and social status.
Dilemma, a situation in which a difficult choice must be made between two or more alternatives, typically ones that are equally undesirable. Sophie faced a dilemma when she had to choose between studying for her final exams or attending her best friend's birthday party. The restaurant owner encountered a dilemma when he had to decide whether to raise prices to cover increasing costs or risk losing customers.
Paradigm. A typical example or pattern of something, a model or framework that encompasses the fundamental concepts, beliefs, and practices within a particular field or discipline. In psychology, the behaviorist paradigm emphasizes observable behaviors and conditioning processes. The theory of evolution by natural selection introduced a new paradigm in biology, revolutionizing the understanding of species diversity and adaptation.
Alliance. A formal agreement or partnership between two or more parties, typically for mutual benefit or to achieve a common goal. The military alliance between member countries ensures collective defense and security. Business alliances often involve partnerships between companies to leverage each other's strengths and resources for mutual growth and success.
Diversity, the fact of many different types of things or people being included in something. A range of different things or people, the diversity of languages spoken in the neighborhood reflects its multicultural population. Cultural diversity in schools enriches students' learning experiences by exposing them to different perspectives and traditions.
Amendment. A formal change, addition, or alteration made to a law, contract, constitution, or other legal document. The company's board of directors proposed an amendment to the bylaws to increase transparency in decision-making processes. The government passed an amendment to the tax code to provide relief for low-income families.
Diplomacy. The practice of conducting negotiations, maintaining relations, and managing conflicts between nations, governments, or other entities through peaceful and tactful means. Diplomacy played a crucial role in resolving the conflict between the two neighboring countries, preventing further escalation into war. Public diplomacy initiatives, such as cultural exchanges and educational programs, promote mutual understanding and goodwill between nations.
Panacea. A solution or remedy that is believed to solve all problems or cure all diseases. The new drug was hailed as a panacea for cancer, raising hopes for a breakthrough in treatment. Many people mistakenly view technology as a panacea for all societal problems, expecting it to solve issues ranging from poverty to environmental degradation.
Standpoint, a particular point of view, perspective, or position from which something is considered or evaluated. From an economic standpoint, the proposed policy may lead to increased efficiency but may also exacerbate income inequality. Historians analyze events from the standpoint of different historical actors, taking into account their motivations and circumstances.
Sustainability, the ability to maintain or endure over time, balancing economic, environmental, and social considerations to meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Individuals can contribute to sustainability by conserving energy, reducing waste, and supporting sustainable products and businesses. Sustainable agriculture aims to maximize crop yields while minimizing environmental impact by using practices such as crop rotation and natural fertilizers.
Resilience. The ability to adapt and recover from adversity or challenges, bouncing back stronger after facing difficult situations or setbacks. Trauma researchers emphasize the resilience of the human psyche. After the natural disaster, the community demonstrated remarkable resilience by coming together to rebuild homes and infrastructure.
Compensation, something, typically money, awarded to someone in recognition of loss, suffering, or injury, or in exchange for work done, goods provided, or services rendered. The insurance company provided compensation to the homeowner for the damages caused by the fire. The court ordered the company to pay compensation to the injured party for medical expenses and lost wages.